Hi, my name is Alexis Copp,
And I'm Sophia Lynch-ludicello.
and this is our final term presentation at Inspiración Waco.
Our community partner that we chose was Inspiración Waco, which is an organization that provides resources for historically marginalized populations in Waco. They specifically target at-risk Hispanic families and provide bilingual parenting classes for parents while their kids are in school. We ended up reaching out via email to the program director to see if their classes would be interested in learning about sleep. Then we got an enthusiastic yes, so we went ahead and made a presentation.
Once we found out that the class was geared towards a parenting class, we organized our presentation around information that would be beneficial towards not just parents, but also for their children and how their children's sleep needs are. We created the presentation in Spanish with the intention of not only speaking in Spanish, but also translating for the English speakers in the class.
Yeah, we ended up talking to about 23 people, and that was over the course of 2 parenting classes, one in the morning and one in the afternoon. So we got to visit Alta Vista Elementary, which is where Inspiración is based. And we got to switch between Spanish and English, which was really fun and also a fun challenge.
So throughout our presentation, we found that parents learned the importance of sleep and different tips about healthy sleep habits for both themselves and their children. We also found some little tips for ourselves next time, including that we wanted to be more interactive with questions and let parents share more of their experiences. Also, further tailoring our presentation towards the audience by finding out prior to the presentation any information they might want to learn more about or keen in on, while also exploring other topics that they might not know about. We also wanted to include some of our own stories next time to connect with the audience in a more thorough way.
We also decided on a lasting resource as a summary pamphlet just to provide parents an easy reference to the things we talked about. It wasn't super flashy, but we made it fun and interesting by matching the colors of the presentation and the colors of the pamphlet, and it seemed like the parents really valued it, so we were glad we ended up choosing that as our resource.
So our best moments in this presentation was really just putting ourselves out there and getting out of our comfort zone. It was great reaching out to a new organization and just being able to put what we've learned in class and share that important information both in Spanish and English, depending on who was asking a question.
We also got awesome audience engagement where parents had questions that we got to answer and got to talk among themselves as we were leaving just about their own children's nightmare stories and how they handle that. So it was also really cool to see how the parents related to the topics that we covered in this presentation.
It was also amazing to hear back from Polly after our presentation about how the parents really enjoyed it and that she would love for us to come back and hope that this isn't our last time. And Sophie and I both agreed that we hope it's also not our last time, and we'd love to partner with her again in other classes or just sharing information we learn along the way.
Yeah, that was a really encouraging end to our presentation. That was probably one of my favorite parts too.
Thank you so much for listening.
Yes, thank you. This was a wonderful experience overall, and we're really excited that it worked out the way it did. So thanks, Dr. Scullin.